Associations. It's a concept by NAR. NAR basically to get new lifeblood into our profession. So what is the YPN? Basically, YPN gives you guys the tools you need to be as successful as possible. And it does that through basically 4 core areas they want you guys to engage. So the number one way that they want you to engage is within the association itself. So as you can see, within our West San Gabriel Valley Association, we have a pretty active YPN. We're doing a lot to help you guys out. There's also another one at Arcadia, and there's also another one at the Pasadena Foothill Association. So just within Los Angeles, there's already a whole bunch of YPNs starting up. The next way that the YPN really wants you guys to engage is in the industry. As you guys know, Tong heads the legislative committee. So within your industry, the more of an active role you can take, the more you can advocate for your profession, then the more likely it is that you can pave the way for success within your industry. Also within your peers, the main thing the YPN does is that it helps you guys network. We want to network with the other YPNs in Los Angeles, out of state, and maybe even out of the country. As we expand, you can really build your referral network, and then you can see that just by networking with your peers and attending events, attending online communications, going through the Facebook page, the online forums, you can really just kind of get to know more people. The more people you know, the more successful that you are. And finally, with community. So in the San Gabriel Valley community, we know that if you guys are buyer's agents, you guys are looking at listings, often we're seeing more and more listings that are being put on by out-of-area brokers. When the out-of-area brokers price a listing, they're not really hitting the price target. So you'll see 50 offers coming out on a property, and the final sale price for the property being maybe 50, 100, 150,000, well above what it was originally listed for. The thing is, the members in our community, they should be actively tapping our realtors. They should want to come to us when they want to list a property. So by kind of improving our image in the community, letting them know, you know what, you do have a local association here, you have local realtors here, they're more likely to reach out to us. And by us helping them, we're more likely to price it right. And by pricing it right, we're more likely to help them get the correct price for their properties. So those are the core values of the YPN. The things that we're really focusing on this year are basically 3 main things. We're focusing on education, we're focusing on expansion, and we're really focusing on establishing our brand. The thing is, the YPN is so young, it doesn't really have a face. We don't really know what it's done. No one's really set the foundations for what it can be. So the thing is, because it's so young, we can mold it to whatever we want it to be. And the way I really want to mold it is to basically help as many people as possible. So even though it says Young Professionals Network, the thing is, we're all young at heart. So it doesn't matter what your actual physical age is. As long as you believe you can still do it, you still want to do it, you still feel really young, then you know what, I would love to welcome you to our organization. Because the thing is, we absolutely need you guys. There's power in numbers. So by establishing our brand, we're establishing the YPN within the association. If you're not a member of the YPN, I have to ask you, why not? I mean, with the YPN, we want to give you guys as many tools as possible. We want you guys ahead of all the other realtors. So if you're not part of the YPN yet, you're going to get left behind. And we don't want any realtor left behind. As you guys can see, this is President Bush who's signing the No Child Left Behind Act. So, you know, they kind of had mixed results. But the thing is, with the YPN, we don't want any mixed results. We want to do whatever we can to make you guys as successful as possible. So whether it's learning what the latest Facebook app is, learning what the latest social network is, how best to tap your client, how best to get in their network, that's what we want to give to you guys. Basically, the tools that you need to be as successful as possible. So one thing that we're going to go into right now is basically, what are the benefits of being a part of the YPN? So you guys might have gotten the email last week from Albert on the Explode conference. Well, what you guys didn't know was that if you had been a part of the YPN, we had already negotiated a 20% discount for you guys. Now you might say, 20%, that's not that much. I mean, how much could the event have been? The event was $100. So if you had just been a part of the YPN, which is completely free to join, it's already in your association, you would have saved $20 right off the bat. One thing Kevin's done for us is that he's negotiated a discount with a company called Welcome Mat. What Welcome Mat is that they help produce videos for real estate agents. The thing is, I mean, what is the future? The future is video. As more and more consumers go online, they don't have the time to read through pages and pages of text. They just want quick media. They want images. They want video. So if you guys can add video to your web pages, to your Facebook pages, whatever you can do to get more consumers to look at your listings, to look at your company, then that's what you need to do to be successful. So in our case right now, it's video. So with the YPN, basically, with the YPN, it's just whatever we can give you guys to be successful. So one thing is actually boomerang. So how often have you guys, you guys get a lead, you guys send out an email, and then maybe they're not ready to buy now, you can't convert them immediately. Maybe they're 6 months down the road. And you think about it, I should really contact this guy. The thing is, you can actually set reminders for yourself now using something called Boomerang for Gmail. So Boomerang is totally free, you can add it to your Gmail. And then what it does, you can kind of type up a draft of an email you want to send, and then mark how many months do you want a reminder. So let's say I put something there, like contact Kevin about YPN meeting, I set it 2 days from now, I'll get a little reminder that basically says, you know what, finish off this draft, send it off. You don't want to send someone 10 emails at once about 6 different events over the course of a year, you want to time it out. So Boomerang really gives you the tool to make it as perfect as possible. So another thing is email tracking. Kevin, did you see my email last night?
Yes.
You did? Did you check it on your phone?
Yes.
I know. Do you know how I know? Because I was actually tracking Kevin's email. As soon as Kevin opened up my email, I saw what device he opened it up on, and I also saw what time he opened it. So often you guys will send emails out to your client and say, hey, did you guys see this listing? What did you think of this property? They'll say, oh yeah, I saw it, it was great. With email tracking, you can actually see, no, you didn't see the property, no, you didn't see the listing. So I can send an email to Teresa saying, hey Teresa, what did you think of my proposal? She'll say, oh, it was great, I thought it was brilliant, you did a really good job. I can go online, see that she never opened my email. So with email tracking, basically, these are the tools that are available to you guys now. And the thing is, knowledge is power. So if you guys can have the power to provide the best service to your clients and improve your business, I say why not? So the next thing is really having a strong lead retention system. Now I know that because you guys are all really, really successful realtors, you guys follow up with your leads all the time, right? You guys make notes when to follow up, right? Right? No? I heard a no? So basically that goes into the fundamentals will never change. So what can you do to improve your fundamentals? So one way with YPN is that we're really increasing our lead retention systems. So you guys will have, your CRM systems, different systems, whether it's pen and paper, whether it's using an Excel spreadsheet, a notebook. There are things that you guys can do to increase your lead retention. So this is just a friendly reminder to you guys. You know that lead that seemed really, really juicy, maybe a couple weeks ago, a couple months ago, follow up, give them a call. The thing is, the fundamentals will never change, and you guys know that. So if you guys stay with your leads, you know what, they're not ready to buy now. But the thing is, they're going to need a house eventually. Either that or they're going to move out of the country. And if they move out of the country, no CIPS, and they get the 25% referral off of that. So know your leads, always stick with the fundamentals. And if you guys can have the tools to make it easier, why not? Diversify your specialties. So one thing we know is that the market prices shot up like crazy, and afterwards there was a large drop. So we felt that was a great overcorrection in prices. So that's why prices are returning so quickly, because people were getting great deals. The thing is, in terms of foreclosure inventory, we're already halfway through our foreclosure short sale underwater inventory. So short sales REOs, you guys probably have already felt it. REOs listings, when you guys look online, they're a lot less than they were a year ago. You know what, the REO market, the short sale market is going to be strong this year. But the thing is, they're not going to be strong forever. As more and more people kind of recover, they get more equity in their homes, they're not underwater anymore, they're going to think about selling, but they're not going to be short sales. So I know in the past 2 years, there's a real focus on getting the short sale designation, getting the REO designation, and just kind of specializing in that area. But the thing is, once that market dries up, it's not going to be there anymore. You're going to be left without a bag. So you have to really diversify your specialties. So whether it's focusing on the international market, focusing on the elderly market, getting your SAES designation, focusing on relocations, focusing on listings, you really, really have to diversify. And the thing is, with our education component, we don't want to infringe at all upon the education that's already here. We want to work with them to give you guys the absolute best. So you want to establish a really, really strong referral network. So with the YPN, the thing is, let's say Kevin was in New York, and then I didn't know Kevin at all. I'm really lucky to know him, by the way. So let's say I didn't know him at all, and he was in New York. The thing is, if I had a client, most of us, we have Asian clients. They want to buy either in Los Angeles or they want to buy in New York. The thing is, if I want to find my client the best property in New York, I can't fly to New York. Logistically, it doesn't make any sense. I'm losing more to my business than I would just focusing here. But if I know someone like Kevin, who's part of the YPN, and because the YPN has such strong values, and there's a focus on education, there's a focus on improving you guys, I trust sending the referral to YPN. And then I'm going to be more than happy to take the 25% that he gives me and put it in my pocket. So that's what it is. Establish a strong referral network. So you guys live in Los Angeles. You guys live here for a reason. But you have clients that want to buy in places other than Los Angeles. You have clients that want to buy in Las Vegas. They want to buy in Texas. Maybe they're investment income buyers. They want a property that gives them more than a 10% return. You can't find that here. In the multifamily market in Arcadia, we're looking at probably 4.5 to 6%. For some of our clients, the returns just aren't good enough. So instead of sending them on to other realtors, we can capture them with a strong referral network. So in summary, define your challenges, technological as well as personal. What are the things that you're lacking right now? What are your weaknesses? What can you improve on? For most of us, it's technology. Technology changes so quickly. I know for a lot of us, maybe we don't use Facebook, we don't use Twitter, we don't know what the next social network is. But the thing is, more and more of your clients know, more and more of your clients are on Facebook. So you guys need to know what's coming up, and you guys need to be ahead of the curve. You need to set realistic expectations. You can't expect to capture every single lead that comes into the door. You can't expect to get every referral that you guys send out. But the thing is, by setting realistic expectations, then you guys can make sure that you guys reach the goals that you set. So set high goals too. Don't set low goals. Don't say, oh, I want to close, 2 houses this year. It's not going to feed the family. At the same time, don't say you want to close 1,000 because the inventory is just not there, as we know. So set realistic goals, and then basically go out, use the tools that we're going to give you guys, and achieve them. Do you guys have any questions? Teresa, do you have the newsletters?
The newsletters are out.
Okay. Would you mind? So basically, for the YPN, we've kind of prepped some newsletters for you guys. The newsletter just gives you guys kind of an introduction, a taste of what we're going to be providing you guys throughout the year. The biggest thing is that the YPN is completely free. It's already in your association. And the thing is, you may say, you know what, Young Professionals Network. I may not look young. Why would someone want to work with me? The thing is, Kevin, you mind standing up for a second? Do you see how young and energetic Kevin is? If I were you guys, I would just see a $sign on his face. because he's so young, the more you guys have established clients. But if you guys send referrals to Kevin, Kevin's going to be more than happy to send 25% your way. You guys have worked hard for a long, long time, and the YPN is full of young professionals, young at heart and young in age. Thank you, Kevin. So you know what, if I've worked hard for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, and I have a large client base, but at the same time, I'm short on time. I want to spend time with my family. I want to spend time with my kids. I want to go golfing. I want to do the things that I've worked so hard to do. So I would be more than happy to refer someone to the YPN because I know that they have the strong fundamentals to close that referral for me, and they're going to pay me a referral fee. The thing is that we're shorter and shorter on time as the days go on, but we have the client base. So if we can build a mentorship kind of relationship with someone in the YPN, we send them that referral, they close it for us, we get paid. It's a more efficient use of your time. Our lives are really short, so live as much as you can while you can. So in terms of our upcoming events, we have our marquee event coming up. It is a top producer panel. Teresa, would you mind talking about the top producer panel?
Our top producer panel, which will be held on April 18th, it's going to feature 4 panelists, and we welcome you to join us for free food. And one of the items that the top producer panelists will be speaking about are different marketing strategies. In addition to that, how to bring your business to the next level, how to better service your clients. So these are all new ideas, whether you've been in the business for 20, 30 some years, or you're new to the business. It's great to have new ideas and to also get to know more people and, like William said, network.
So who grossed in terms of sales? They've netted over 100,000 in their commissions last year. Don't raise your hand because people will then flock to you. But
I have a question for you.
Yes, go ahead.
I remember OYN, I guess it is. OPN.
Not until you're in the ground.
Part of success in real estate is, as I look around the room at our past presidents, is that you have to be involved. You need to give your time, not just take from society. And we need you on every committee in this association, and the National Association and the California Association. You need to be involved, okay? And I don't see that involvement. Maybe I'm not seeing you guys there, but you need to give back and not just take, okay? And that's important. If you're going to be a top producer, you got to give.
I absolutely agree, and that is one of the cores of the YPN, is being as involved as possible, so thank you so much. So be involved in your association, the West San Gabriel Valley Association of Realtors. There are lots of positions you can join, and the thing is, the more face time you have within the association, the more people will know you, and the more likely they are to refer someone to you. Kevin, have you gotten any referrals from just being out there? He says yes, and you can say yes too. So be a part of your industry. Go up to Sacramento. The thing is, there's real estate in Sacramento, but not a lot of people want to live in Sacramento. And politicians' terms, they're a set term limit. So when their terms are over, maybe they want to move to Los Angeles. And if you've already networked with someone in Sacramento, they're more likely to refer to you. Network with your peers, in state, out of country. And be more involved in your community. Be the person that your community sees as the realtor to go to. And one quick thing, if you guys want to be more involved in the YPN, we actually have a meeting tomorrow. We're looking for more people for our committee. And basically, you guys are going to be able to determine what the face of the YPN is going forward. If there's a goal you really want to achieve, and the YPN can help you out, come on by. I don't care what your physical age is. As long as you're willing to participate, then I would welcome you.